When a musical theme is reoccurring and the scenes in which it is present have a common denominator, we call that a leitmotif. In my video assignment, I will focus on how the use of leitmotif can carry an implicit meaning. In this case, how it can signal to the audience emotional resonance and development within a relationship from the perspective of our main protagonist, therefore enhancing the audience's understanding of the character's emotions. The main movie of my choosing is Bones and All, directed by Luca Guadagnino, with the score composed by Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross. In an article, Trent Reznor states, "The music is meant to convey a point of view. Despite the movie having horror themes, the real heart of the movie is the romance and longing. The leitmotif, 'I'm with you,' reflects that. It can be heard in the opening scene, which foreshadows the movie's idea. The nature of a leitmotif is dictated by its presence in certain moments and absence in others. It is heard when our protagonists meet for the first time, introduce themselves, when Maren examines Lee, when they kiss for the first time, and finally, when Maren decides on leaving. It is, on the other hand, not heard when they are separate. We, as audience, learning the link between the main theme and her relationship towards him, know that when we heard this theme later on, for the last time, as she is crying, she's thinking about him. In Edward Scissorhands, directed by Tim Burton, and scored by Danny Elfman, the use of a leitmotif is more explicit. Danny Elfman states himself that the lullaby leitmotif signals Edward's heart. Through its exclusive presence in certain scenes, it becomes an anthem for their relationship. Similarly to Bones and All, it is first heard in the opening scene, but what then seals this motive is when it is heard as Edward sees Kim for the first time. A prolonged stare, when he sees her at the shopping center, when he's about to confess his love, when she's dancing, when he comes home to her. The famous dialogue is seen. They finally say goodbye, familiarizing the audience with the motive, connecting subconsciously the motive with their relationship, enhances the tragic nuance of love that we as audience know is present in those scenes. In Avatar, directed by James Cameron and scored by James Horner, the main theme of "I see you" can be perceived more broadly. "I see you" is a recurring sentence within the movie. It means to recognize, to see spiritually the essence of a person's being, much like love. The main theme can first be heard when our main protagonist, Jake, sees his avatar for the first time, when he is emotionally present, when through seeing nature he is seeing Neytiri. As he is falling in love with the planet of Pandora, he is falling in love with her. It is the sound of the heart, the emotional resonance signaled to the audience. Finally, in Amélie, directed by Jean-Pierre Jeunet and scored by Jan Tiersen, the music is more ambiguous. A contrasting combination of altered leitmotifs is present rather than a single theme. The same theme of La Valse d'Amélie is used as she is alone, played on the piano, melancholic and slow, as she is heartbroken, but is then followed by the joyous and loud version of the theme when Amélie and Nino are finally together. Despite differing in the degree of ambiguity, the overall use and function of the leitmotifs in all four movies had one thing entirely in common: to communicate the invisible truth, the unspoken nuances that the visual track just cannot portray on its own. The leitmotifs served as navigators, old friends, ones that deepened the audience's emotional engagement with the characters, romances, and tragedies.